to a new way of doing business, an old way to spur sales, and a new CEO who's the talk of the business world among the topics that have us getting down to business on a Thursday. And joining me from our Beacon Hill studio is Cosmo Macero of O'Neill and Associates. And Cosmo, let's start off with Amazon.
Hey, Mark.
And a new way of doing business.
Yeah, you know, they're under pressure, Amazon, to start collecting sales tax in a lot of states around the country. And that's something that's going to be coming around for them. So you know what? They're responding by preparing to offer same-day shipping in many markets. That's a real way to fight back against the fact that this tax thing is coming. That's an advantage to, or at least leveling the playing field for bricks and mortar retailers. Well, Amazon's going to come back and say, hey, you know what? We can offer same-day shipping. That's a big advantage for them.
Shipping and delivery, correct?
Shipping and delivery, absolutely. Same-day delivery.
That's incredible. At all hours of the day and night, they say. All right, retail numbers. Let's talk about those because they have been really soft of late. The economy, you see the Dow Jones Industrial Average and other things in the stock market really not taking off because of that, although we've had a couple of good days. But let's talk about back to school more importantly, because that's going to be the next real catalyst here for retailers, right?
Yeah. Retail numbers have been flat several months in a row here, but the National Retail Federation is predicting an increase this year for back-to-school shopping. People laid off last year. This year, they're going to do that shopping, clothing, school supplies, and such. So they're predicting an increase, which could impact a lot of different types of companies, including Amazon, by the way, but a lot of different types of retailers. High expectations for this year's back-to-school season, the second most important season to retailers right behind the holidays.
Yeah, they're expecting $83 billion in sales this year. It's astounding. All right, that time of year again, people want to know, we're going to get that sales tax weekend and buy that fridge or air conditioner without that sales tax in Massachusetts.
Things are lining up for August 11th and 12th for a sales tax holiday here in Massachusetts. The governor's behind it. Looks like the legislature is also always a big boon for retailers, a good break for consumers, and a real good day to get deals on big ticket items. That's when you want to buy your big ticket items because the savings is all the more important, especially at 6.25%.
All right, and finally, we're going to talk a little bit about a woman who's been in the news a lot lately, that's for sure. Marissa Mayer, new CEO of Yahoo. She's expecting her first child, says she's going to take an abbreviated maternity leave.
Yeah, you know, there's been a lot of bad news over the last couple of years for Yahoo, which has been on the decline.
Sure.
This kind of grabs some positive headlines, and it's exciting in the one regard because it really shows the company is really thinking forward and says, you know what, we're going to invest in this person as CEO and not be concerned the fact that she's going to be going on maternity leave. Problem is, she says, I'm going to work right through that maternity leave. Well, does that set a bad precedent for the rest of working women in America that, you know what, you're expected to work through your maternity leave as opposed to taking care of your newborn for those couple of weeks or month or whatever it may be. So people are coming down on both sides, but that's one impact.
And ultimately, she's going to make that choice, and we'll see what happens going forward, whether or not she has just 2 weeks, or maybe takes a third or fourth along the way.
A role model of sorts in some way for many people.
Very good. Cosmo Macero, always nice to see you on a Thursday. We'll see you next week.